So we were just talking to Jerry. Right, you see 2 interceptions that go off guys' hands. You don't see that very often. 2 missed kicks. I mean, just kind of some bad luck like that. How hard does that make this to take?
Yeah, it's a tough way to start the year. As an offense, I think we tell ourselves like score a touchdown in the red zone there. We don't have to kick the field goal, and you got a chance to win the game. But those mistakes happen. It's hard to win when you give the ball away twice and don't take it away. I think our defense played really, really well against a good offense. I thought we did some good things on offense. We've got to run the ball a little bit better. But it's frustrating.
I asked you about the culture earlier in the week, and you said that you haven't had adversity yet. Does this feel like a good test of adversity for you guys?
Yeah, it's our first test of adversity this year. We'll see how guys bounce back, how guys practice next week. It's a long season, It's 1 sprint and 17 sprints. And we got a tough matchup next week, so it'll be a good challenge for us. But I think I like the character of the guys in the room, and we're going to get back to it and hopefully fix the mistakes.
Joel, there was so much intrigue about you guys going back to Kevin's bread and butter, Joe Flacco coming back. Overall, what did you think of the offense, aside from some of the times where, turnovers or a couple of drops that would have been first downs otherwise?
Yeah, I thought there was some really good stuff in the passing game. I thought we got a lot of people involved. Like I said, we want to run the ball better than that. I think we, 50 yards or something like that is not enough. And I don't know if it's guys getting beat. I think it was more we had a couple of assignments and stuff in there that just, when a guy's unblocked in the line of scrimmage, it's hard to make that guy miss. So improve on that. And I think it was a good recipe, though. I think we controlled the clock in the first half, let our defense rest a little bit. Long ball control drives, and I think that's where we want to be at this year.
Yeah, well, I wanted to ask you about those long drives. 2 in the first half, that long one in the second half. Do you feel the defense wearing down as you're holding the ball for 7.5? I think the first one was like 9 minutes.
Yeah. We get a little bit winded, but we know they're having to run a little bit more. So, they're getting tired out there. Let's keep them out there. Let's keep running the ball. They're going to rotate guys. And we know our defense is predicated on getting after the quarterback. And if they're rested and fresh, we know they have a better chance to get after him. So for us, give us those 8-9 minute drives. We'll take it all day.
Why do you think the run game, or what wasn't maybe working in the run game today that you guys weren't effective?
Yeah, it's hard without the film. From just feeling it out there, I feel like we had some missed assignments where a backer or somebody was unblocked, and that's not going to be very successful in the NFL. Those guys are paid to make those tackles. And then, it's hard. I don't think they were blitzing too much. It was more just they were kind of playing their defense. I think we just have to execute better. I haven't seen it. Obviously, I was out there blocking people. But, I think limit them. Give us our chance. If we have a body on a body, we have a chance to have a successful run.
And do you have any feel for how Jack's doing? And 2, how'd you guys adjust to that from your vantage point?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I saw him after, and he seemed like he's okay. I know he got hit in the eye, and the eye is kind of a weird thing. He wasn't really able to open it, I don't think, so that's kind of hard to play football with that. But he seemed like he'll be okay. I don't think it's anything too serious. And then, Cornelius Lucas was ready to go. He's been ready. He's played a lot of football. It's tough, you have to play right or left. You don't know when you're going to go in, and he ended up playing a whole game pretty much at right tackle. And I thought he did a great job for us.
As a leader on this team, what's the message to a guy like Andre Schmidt? This is his first NFL game, had some tough misses out there, but you obviously wanted to bounce back. So what do you tell him after that one?
Yeah, we're a team. We take that loss as a team. Keep his head up. First game, I remember how nervous I was. I still get nervous first game of the season. So I understand the nerves, and I think he'll bounce back. He has the right mindset, and hopefully it's a good week next week to get him back in the flow.
What goes through your mind as an offense? Turnovers are bad. The way that the turnovers happen, that's not going to happen every week. But just what goes through your mind when that happens?
Yeah, it's tough. We got to bounce back. The one we gave him the ball back, I was like, hey, we're gonna have a 2-minute drive here to win this game. And then we obviously threw another pick off the hands, but we'll bounce back from it. Those are uncharacteristic. Those are first game things. I think the guys will catch those, and it won't always bounce the other team's way.
And Joe, as a leader, how do you prevent guys in the locker room from developing out what was needed talent?
Yeah, it's a mindset shift. We already talked about it here. We're not gonna let one game turn to 2. We have to have our best week of practice next week, and truthfully, you can't point fingers at other positions. Everybody did enough today to look at it and try and get better from it. And so if everybody can, have that mindset of self-improvement, I think we'll be at a better place next week.
Joel, you talked about getting a lot of guys involved in the passing game, especially. Harold and Dylan finished as your guys' leading receivers today. Just what do you think of their first time out there, making such a big impact, and what the future sort of brings for them?
Yeah, Samson, I saw him made some people miss out there. You know, I prematurely celebrated on one of the screens we had to him. I thought he was going to go, and it was like a 9-yard gain, so I got a little excited. But he made some people miss, and I thought, I mean, we've seen it all camp out of those two, though. Harold, like, just makes plays, and you're like, all right, this guy's a gamer, you know what I mean? He's going to go out there and make plays. And so to get those guys the ball, I think it's going to open up for Dave and open it up for Jerry and Sed and those guys. But it was awesome to see those guys come out and compete, and I was impressed once Dylan had the ball in his hands.
What did you think of Flacco?
Very solid. He's just so calm in the huddle. He didn't let anything get to him. I think he was focused and, you know, gave us a chance. Gave us a chance to win.
When we talked to Sed, he used the phrase, you know, sick of losing. Can you channel that energy?
Yeah.
If that's locker room wide.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a member of the team last year, I hope you're sick of losing. And we know we have to work. It's not just you can't just say like, oh, we're tired of it. You know, we have to go out there and get better and figure this thing out.
As your side of the ball tries to clean some things up, how much do you lean on the defensive efforts and what they were able to do, especially, you know, down the stretch, getting those stops, forcing punts to get you guys in position?
Yeah, it was impressive. You know, they played really well. You know, I know they had a long touchdown drive to start and had a couple drives, but after that, they shut them down. I mean, they were. You watch a Cincinnati Bengals offense, like they're going to take their shots and stuff. And I think they were so worried about the pass rush and what guys were doing. They weren't even really running their scheme. But our guys played well and gave us a chance to win. They played good enough for us to win.